Your code sucks, my code sucks, everyone's code sucks, and guess what? Nobody cares. Users just want something that works, not a masterpiece of engineering. If they could rate your app's code, you'd get 0 stars, even if your code was perfect. Because in the end, the user doesn't care. Now don't take this and do what you want. I'm not saying you should write spaghetti code so tangled that even AI refuses to debug it. Be responsible, write maintainable code, and don't be that person whose code makes the other team members cry. But here's the thing. Perfection is overrated. There's always something to improve, always. You could refactor your code forever and still find more to tweak. But if you spend all your time chasing perfect code, you'll never actually build anything. And that's the real goal, building and shipping. Because newsflash, nobody wins awards for most refactored code. If you ever worked at a tech company, you know that there's always someone better than you. Even if you're the top dog, there's always a bigger dog out there, probably coding and 3 monitors while drinking sparkling water. And that's okay. Learn from them. Just don't let your ego slow you down, because companies don't care about beautiful code, they care about working products. Take Peter Levels for example. He's not the best programmer in the world, he'll tell you that himself, but he's one of the best at shipping products. One of his apps for finding remote jobs was making $65,000 a month at its peak, and even years later is still pulling in $30,000 a month. And the crazy thing, it was built all in one PHP file called index.php. That's right, no fancy architecture, just one file. Meanwhile, you're here debating whether to use tabs or spaces. At some point, you'll look back at your old code and cringe so hard, you'll feel it in your soul. It's gonna be like finding your old school selfies, awkward and embarrassing. But guess what? That's a good thing. It means you've leveled up. The only reason you know it's bad code is because you've learned so much since then. And how did you get there? By writing a ton of code and actually shipping products. You didn't get better by staring at tutorials and perfecting your unfinished to-do list app for the 18th time. You got better by putting your work out there. The best programmers I've seen aren't the ones sitting around polishing their code to perfection. They're the ones who've shipped products. A lot of them. Sure, I'm sure their early stuff might have looked like it was coded while they were sleep deprived, but they kept going, and now they're writing code that runs the world. So just like your code, you're a work in progress too. So don't worry about it too much. So the takeaway, users don't care how pretty your code is. They care if your product works. So stop obsessing over perfection and start shipping. And hey, if you must perfect something, maybe start with good variable names, because who likes to read unreadable variable names?